Pat Mannix, partner, Paris Financial. We are the small business tax champions, but I'm about to show you how we are also structure champions, and that is a key in small business. Just on the footy for a moment, and the Tigers got walloped the other night by Hawthorn, not my favourite team, but who is the greatest current day coach? And it is Mr. Alistair Clarkson. And what does he get right? He gets those two things that are right when you're coaching in the AFL. He motivates his troops, number one, and number two, he does the simplest thing and the most forward-thinking thing better than any other coach in the AFL, and that is structure. He knows where to put his boys all around the field. And in small business, structure can be so much, especially in these difficult times where you want to make every single post a winner, and you've got to have the right structure so when you are making some profits, if you're lucky enough during these difficult times, or you sell your business, you've got the structure correct. We saw a little one the other day, a structure which I've termed the little disaster. I'm going to show it to you now. And end of financial year is a great time to be looking at your business, having a look at your structure. Is it a bit of a disaster like this one I'm about to show you? And can you do something about it by restructuring it? The small business tax laws in Australia are very flexible these days to restructure and get yourself right. Not everyone knows how to structure in the AFL like Clarko, and that's why he stays ahead of the pack. Structuring's a key. Here's the little disaster. Take a look at this one. So they had a business, this client, we've recently looked at, a business under a trading company. Small business, one family, growing business under a trading company. That's the first part of the disaster, but it gets worse, folks. It gets worse. 100 shares issued in the company. 50% of the shares were in Jack Dawson, not his real name's own name. 50% in his own name of the shares. 50%, so the other 50% of the shares are in a discretionary trust. Remember, this is one family. This is a little disaster because what happens when they want to get some money out for their personal use? It's got to come out of the company via a dividend. It's the only way out, and when it does come out of it as a dividend, it's got to go evenly to the Titanic Trust and to Jack himself. So what happens to Jack? 100 grand gets paid out via a dividend from the company, 50 grand to Jack. What's he going to pay? He's going to pay 45% tax because he earns a few bucks. It's a good growing business. And the other 50% he flows through his discretionary trust. He had a good accountant one day, through his discretionary trust and down to Moneybags Proprietary Limited, where the tax rate is 27.5%. This is a structuring disaster. It's a little disaster, and you've got to look at your structures and make sure they're set up correctly. End of financial year is a great time to do it. I'll show you how to fix the little disaster, and here it is right now. It's set out this way. Yes, it's still complicated. Keep it complex, stupid. That's one of our sayings at Paris. Make sure you've got some complication in there for very good reasons with trusts, but it's not a structuring disaster, this one. So the business is running, one family, running a business under a discretionary trust, which is called the Averted Disaster Trust. It's running the business. When it makes some excess cash, it flows its excess cash into Averted Investments Trust, which goes and buys its blue chip stuff, shares, property, etc. And these investments in the Averted Investments Trust are asset protected against the business. That's why you need a second trust. And then it flows to Moneybags Proprietary Limited at the tax rate of 27.5%. So we've averted the disaster, and what have we done? We've just put in trust, company. rather than the little disaster. How's your structure looking going forward? You need to be restructured. Talk to the right people. Get it right, because you need every single post being a winner in the pandemic time. Catch you soon from Paris.